Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Humorous Happenings. I'm George, and this is my co-host.
Hey, we're back. I'm Lewis.
Today, we have a very special guest. Hope you're excited to see him.
You'll find out who it is in the video.
You will indeed. Speaking of which, let's get on with it.
DJ Fiverr.
Why, hello there, and welcome.
Introducing your hosts, Lewis and George. And you are watching Humorous Happenings.
Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. Obviously, you know it's me and George as like co-hosts.
Hello.
And welcome our surprise guest.
Gibbo. Hello.
Yeah. So today we're with Tyler, and we have some amazing questions for him. Make sure to stick around for the end. We have some very interesting questions.
We're going to be getting
Anyway.
deep in it.
George and Tyler, how are you today?
Gibbo?
I'm pretty good, thank you. How are you?
I am not too bad. I'm feeling alright. How are you, Lewis?
I'm alright. I'm alright.
You love to see it, don't you?
What drinks do we have accompanying these fine gentlemen today?
Oh,
I think George should tell us about his again.
I've actually drank some of mine already because I was thirsty before we started. But look at that. Apple and raspberry fizzy water.
That's pretty
Again.
Again, yeah. I am.
Okay, let's show us yours, and then I'll show us the amazing surprise of mine that you guys definitely did see before the video.
You want to see mine?
Hmm.
I have a toffee coffee in a Jaws cup.
But
Nice.
pretty banging.
I've got a monster. Ultra gold monster. Or
No, so we're sugar 100%, all the sugar. All the
How
drink.
much-
me and Tyler have caffeine. You just have water.
Buddy, I'm staying healthy. I'm on my 10-year diet. I've been on it for 10
Would you-
years.
Would you stay up until like 5 o'clock in the morning and video, editing without like any caffeine? Would you?
Well, yeah, it's easy, bro. Just stay up, stay awake.
Anyway, to get this started, let's get this started. George, do you have any proper questions for Tyler?
Yes, I do have a proper question for Tyler. Gibbo, do you prefer sparkling or still water?
I've already watched the original, and I know for a matter of fact, still is the best.
But
Because I don't get why people would pay like an extra £2 for some fizzy water.
first of all,
Tap
Gibbo,
water
do
is
you
the
understand the question?
Yeah, still a sparkling water.
George.
Thank you,
Sure,
Tyler.
sure.
Thank you. Depends what flavour it is, really.
Yeah, guys, I have some news. So, Thursday we did have a surprise guest, and sadly they can't turn up to it. And I just want to say thank you for giving us the opportunity to possibly do it with you. You're awesome.
You want to be on in the future? Let us know. You're more than welcome.
Hey, you did the like thing again.
Bubble.
Bubble. Alright, yeah. Alright, hey guys, we're back. We had a short break.
What break?
What break, Lewis? What break are you on about, mate?
There was no break.
Well, it will be for them. They will
No,
be for
there's
the
no break.
boys.
Lewis, shut up. Gibbo, you said you had a warm drink, am I right?
I do like a fair bit of the warm drink, yes.
Would you prefer a warm or cold drink? Same goes for you, Lewis.
I'll let Tyler answer first.
No, because it depends.
What does it depend on?
I've always had like a morning coffee when I wake up, but like in school I can't having like a hot drink, like I couldn't.
But
having a nice bottle of water.
so you're like 50-50.
I like my coffees, but like I couldn't I could never imagine myself with a hot drink anywhere like besides that, except in December.
Fair enough. Lewis.
Well, I hate coffee and tea, but hot chocolate's good, but I mainly drink cold drinks, so I have to go cold.
I disagree.
I don't like coffee or tea, mate. What do you want from me?
I want you to like them.
Fair enough.
Anyway, Tyler, do you have any questions for me or George before we move on to some of my questions?
I do actually. What did like start this podcast? Like, what made you two like look each other in the eye and be like, I know what I want to do with my time? A podcast.
Alright, let's say George is part of the story at first.
Actually, I don't think I was in the conversation you had with Liam, Lewis. But I don't think we're like messing around. We're on call with each other. We're messing around, telling each other stories of god awful things, the war. And then like we were kind of just like, yo, podcast. And apparently you have had a conversation with Liam about it. Care to explain?
It was in tutor when we was doing funny story time with it.
Oh, was that the conversation?
Yeah, by the way, I thought he wasn't going to disclose his name, but anyway, who cares at this point? Liam, you're a cool guy.
W. Liam.
We're getting shut up.
Alright, time for my story about this again. We love my stories.
Let's go.
So, as you know, me and George play Minecraft sometimes. We go on call, and I decide, let's do a story time of some random company we made up, which is funny.
It wasn't made up, it was a real company.
Next day, we were playing tutor, and me, George, and Liam are having a laugh, like, Liam's saying funny stories. He just straight up turns to me and George, stares us in the eyes and goes, you two should start a podcast. And then all day we're like, oh yeah, we're going to do a podcast, yeah. And Liam's like, oh, you're pranking around, you're not actually going to do a podcast. And then we was like, we're going to do a podcast. So we started it with Liam.
Here we are.
So
Yeah,
that
like-
was this.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
This is why I'm here.
That is why you're here.
Right, Tyler, are you happy to be here?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't worry, guys. We are not forcing him. Gibbo, if you leave, I will find you. I know where you live. Remember that. We're not forcing him, guys. He can go whenever he wants.
Tyler, are you ready for one of the first main questions?
I am, yes.
So, 11 months ago today, you got yourself a girlfriend. So how was life with that?
Wife with that, you make us sound like it's a disease.
How is your girlfriend?
She's pretty good right now. I get to see her tomorrow, so that's pretty banging. I mean, well, today's tomorrow. Probably not when this comes out tomorrow.
Well,
So-
it might even be like today because that's when it'll probably come out.
So you get to see her on Thursday.
I get to see her on Thursday, the day after this.
Thursday. Let's go with Thursday.
I don't know the day.
Alright, let's just, you know what, before we carry on with like the girlfriend questions, I just want to get this over with. So it's time for the JQOP, also known as Jensen Question of Podcast.
Jensen,
Are you
you're
ready, Tyler?
famous. Jensen, you're on the podcast, mate.
I don't know anything to do with football. I'm gone.
Yeah, that's the funny thing. I asked George one yesterday and he had nothing to do with it.
We know all of. We are footballers. We are footballers.
So the question from Jensen is, in football, who had a better legacy? Okay, I can't read. John McGinn or James Milner?
My opinion on this is John McGinn, because that sounds cool.
I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to say George Rostron in basketball.
That's not an answer to the question, Tyler. Jensen made sure we have to answer the question properly. So
I mean, I am pretty good at basketball. I just want to say, like, you know, basketball. You know.
Yeah, you are. But Tyler, which one? I'm just gonna say this. Much people are like saying John McGinn's better in school, so.
I got it right. I'm too good.
I'll just say John McGinn then. I don't have an opinion.
I am a footballer. Lewis, who do you think? Lewis, which one do you think?
Probably John McGinn.
Let's go. Well, John McGinn. There you go, Jensen. You happy?
Yeah, Jensen, are you happy now? Alright, so George, do you have any questions about Tyler's girlfriend, mate? For him?
Give me a second. This is where stuff gets deep. Or maybe it doesn't. Who knows?
Alright, while he's looking for that, I'll ask you a question. How did you two meet?
Met and it was an app called Wink, but that's actually changed now. Because I wanted to surprise her, because at the time, before like me and her, I downloaded this thing called Wink, and it's like this like child friend site, but it's basically just like Tinder for kids, yeah. And I met her on that, and then we started speaking on Snap, and then it kind of just went from there.
Nice.
Well then.
But happy for you.
Now you've got Wink, which is what I met her on. Now that's the adult dating site, and you've got fucking oh sorry, profanity. You've got Soda for the kids now.
Soda.
Soda where you have to pay 80 quid.
What?
Pay them.
Pay for a girlfriend. Oh. Right, George, you said you have a question.
Yeah. Would you say meeting your girlfriend was the best moment in your life?
Oh god, she's probably watching this. I'm probably dead from just saying I would say, like, I love like you two, yeah, and like my other friends, like Oscar, like he gave me this outfit recommendation, so that's quite nice of him.
Shout out to Oscar.
Yeah, I love Oscar. But I'd say with her, it was kind of like we just quit, if that makes sense. Like we kind of just started randomly speaking, and then like 2 weeks into like meeting each other, we got together. So now that's an 11-month relationship.
Nearly 12 months, and I'm gonna owe you a monster, so that's fun. George don't even know the story behind that.
Well, do I get to know the story behind that, or is that for?
Oh my god, you want to know the white monster story?
Yeah, I know the white monster.
Okay, so basically, first time I ever saw her was July 6th, and it was her and her mum coming down from Manchester, and I had to get on the train because they were going to Cleethorpes where the hotel is, but I had to get on at Grimsby and go onto the train. But the story of the white monster comes from, she had a white monster, and we're trying to get off the train because it's like 2 minutes and then it's gone. So we're trying to hurry up off all the train, and there's like 2 suitcases and 3 bags that we're all trying to get off. And she just knocks this white monster everywhere. And now we have the running gag of the white monster.
And that started because I like to buy people like drinks, and then I turned around to Tyler and went, if you make it to 12 months with Sai, I'm not saying that they won't. Oh wait, is she alright with me saying her name? Do you even care?
Well, you said it now, mate, haven't you?
Who cares?
You said it now, or you're gone.
If he makes it to 12 months with her, I'm not saying they won't, if he makes it to 12 months, I'll buy him a monster. He just went, yeah, get me a white one just so I can give it to him. So that's kind of romantic.
It needs to be a white one.
Because of that story.
Supernatural forces.
That's a lovely story.
Thank you, thank you.
So George, do you have any more questions for Tyler before I ask him a few more?
I do. This is quite a deep question, Tyler. Are you ready?
I am.
In fact, Lewis, I want you to answer it as well, because interesting. Why is one thing you wouldn't want your mum knowing?
She knows everything.
Just gonna sit back for this one.
I'm not gonna lie, she knows everything. George, you can't answer it because there's nothing I haven't told her.
Gibbo?
I went out with some people one night and we went drinking in a park and then
You know this is going on YouTube, right?
I'm legal age, don't worry.
Alright.
Yeah, I went drinking and then we were gonna sleep there, but then we realised how horrible of an idea it is to sleep in a park. So we just ended up going to my house and I snuck them all in.
What?
And then
I know about this story.
No you don't, no you don't.
I've heard it. Okay.
No. But yeah.
That's a interesting question. Very good answer.
What about you, George?
What about you, George?
What
This is
do you want?
backfired.
What do you want on Mummy rostrum to not know about?
I don't know. If there's nothing too bad that I've done, that I feel like if my mum would know about, I would get shot.
Oh, so.
But I just said there wasn't anything. Listening.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually how you slept over at mine, George, and I'm a massive Cuban cocaine dealer.
It actually was that. Mum wasn't supposed to know about that. I guess she figured it out straight away though.
I found out.
I'm actually banned from your house now, Tyler, because of the incidents that have happened.
Alright, I'm gonna ask Tyler a question. Actually, no, I didn't think George doesn't have an answer to this, but Tyler, you can answer this question. You don't have to. If you don't want to, just tell us. What is something you regret?
I think George should answer this one.
Yeah,
What?
George should as well.
What do you regret, George?
What do you mean? What do I regret?
What do you regret?
Tyler, you can answer as well, or do you just not want to?
No, I want George to answer first.
Alright, George, you answer first.
Do you have like an answer that I should say? Gibbo?
I don't. I'm genuinely just intrigued.
Oh, you said that. I think there was something that I should be regretting. That I've done awful things.
What's not on my finger, George?
I know something that George should regret, but I'm not going to say it on him.
A wedding ring.
But I didn't give that to you.
George, do you remember who you got wedded to?
I did. I forcefully married Alice. That was.
Is that a regret of yours?
That is a regret. It should have been with Tyler.
Alright. There you go, Tyler. He's answered the question.
Drop oopsies.
Tyler, you're always number one.
Tyler, you answer.
My biggest regret,
No, it's not your biggest. It could just be something you regret. Because your biggest regrets, you probably don't want to talk about.
I'm trying to think. There's not really, like, I can't.
You can probably
remember.
make this. Tyler, you could probably make this like really romantic right now. Just say something like, "Oh, not getting to know Saitama."
We got together within 2 weeks. What do you mean?
I beg you don't say that. I beg.
I'm trying to think. What do I regret? Picking sociology, picking geography.
You're just picking your options over the film.
Sociology and geography I find really boring.
You know what? I can agree with you on geography. It is awful.
Sociology, I did it because I was like, oh yeah, that's actually really interesting. It's going to be like the study of society, and I'm looking at children and families.
Wow.
I don't want to look at that. And then geography, well, stamps.
Geography is awful. It's so boring
I don't
and
get why you're
slow.
complaining. You've actually got the good geography teacher. Why are you complaining?
Cause
I do
it's
geography.
slow. It's slow and boring. I hate it. I don't care
You've been doing
about
geography.
the efficiency of energy in my local UK.
I was finding out about the biomass of the rainforest floor.
Exactly.
Yeah, guys, imagine picking geography.
Do you not have geography?
No,
What a loser. Get him out.
I do history, French, IT, and film.
He does French.
Ha ha, what a loser.
I've got Oscar for a lesson.
Ha ha, bonjour, Jim Appel loser.
That's not fair. I'm trying to think.
Alright, Joe.
How many lessons do I have Oscar for? He's moved out my maths.
Yeah, I've gone for maths and I think that's it.
Give me back.
George, you swap Ben for Oscar out of the field.
That's not too bad.
I want Oscar back. Give me it back.
No.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
What?
George, while he thinks about this, do you have any questions for him, like about regret or all?
No, but I have a question for you. What's your biggest regret?
For me, what is one of my regrets?
Yes.
I'd say not picking triple science, but that would mean I wanted to sit next to Tyler in film.
Triple science is not something you should be upset about missing out on. I'm gonna be honest.
Man, I don't like who I have for science. It's boring.
I don't like having 10 sciences every minute.
Well, I'll just say that snitching on you lot.
We're the best. You've heard it here. I am
You
Tyler.
should be sorry for me.
The funniest thing is he Tyler stuck around with me. I don't even get why. He just stuck around. I was like, oh, alright.
Tyler's nicer
No,
than most
like-
others.
Like my idea was, yeah, like I get how it feels to like. I do think it was like
You
a
get
pretty
power.
bad thing that you did we get, but like at the same time I can understand why. That doesn't make it better though, Mister.
Yeah, I know. That's why I apologise to someone, not none of you two, about 1,000 times. She still gets annoyed when I apologise. I could go on about most of my regrets right now, but at the same time, I kind of want to keep them secret between me and you two. So,
That's fair enough.
all right, next question, guys. I'm going to mainly ask you about this, but you can answer as well, George. What is something you're happy that happens? Alright, we're gonna ban everything to do with your girlfriend.
That's like too easy. It's
Okay.
like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go for
I
it.
still have answers. I still have answers.
Go on.
I've loved every time I've had like a sleepover. That has always been like the stupidest thing with me. I enjoy it. Like I had one with James and Ben where I got fucking. Sorry. I got suplexed by them.
Did they not try to like steal your toaster or something?
They did indeed. They tried to steal my kettle as well. Yeah. Then
Get
I've
them
had
all
like,
there.
I've had like another 2 with James, I think, or it might have just been the one. Then I've
I'm sure
yeah.
you
I
haven't, like,
Huh?
Sure, you haven't really had any with Oscar.
No, because Oscar doesn't leave his house.
And he's moved now, so.
Nah, won't stop him. If he really would me, he'd come. He doesn't now. We're still
He's gonna turn up to your house tomorrow night now, isn't he?
Yeah, then I had the, excuse me, Mr. It's a bit rude to interrupt. Yeah, that's what I thought. But then I had the one with George where we went gallivanting to Tesco's at like 10 at night.
10 o'clock Tesco's.
George, I have
And
a
then-
quick question. What's your obsession with going to Tesco with people?
Well, I don't have an obsession with going to Tesco with. It's not something I casually do. But yeah, we were just like, yo, 10 o'clock Tesco's, let's go.
Anyway, carry on, Tyler.
But yeah, and then me and George had the incident of the terrible chicken wrap.
No,
my
the
God.
chicken wrap.
I got a chicken wrap from like a corner shop, and I'd been looking forward to it all day, and I was like, oh yeah, that actually looks pretty banging. Me and George had a bit, and it was so soggy.
You
It
like
was actually atrocious.
you throw it on the floor. It sounds like a wet like sponge.
It was terrible.
Yeah, so you're like happy like about all the sleepovers you had?
No, because like I like love going out with like people, but I just don't get invited out.
Me
Like,
neither.
I
So
would
don't hit the
love
different
to
one.
go out. I would love to go out literally anywhere, but then like I actually think, and then I'm like, I don't know where, because where we live is not exactly the best place. Like, I would love to go out with like everyone, but then realistically, it's like, oh yeah, do you want to go Boulevards or do you want to go People's Park?
Yeah.
Hey Tyler, not gonna lie, we have like 3 months off soon, so.
That is true.
I'm always, Tyler, you know what's very sad that I regret saying no to?
What?
When you asked me to go out with you and your sister, and I just said no. Was
Yeah,
it
that was
you?
pretty. Yeah, that was pretty meaningless.
I remember
And
when
I said, oh yeah, my mum said no because I was too scared to say that I didn't want to go.
I remember like when Gib like asked if I could come over, and like because like I don't like going out. I was like at first very tempted to say no. Because I just couldn't be bothered. Like I don't want to leave my house. I'm lazy. But I am so glad I didn't. It was banging.
Alright, George.
Me and you, George, we should have another sleepover.
Right, get
That's
it on the
what I want.
calendar.
I
Feel
want to
like
go out.
how?
Like, I want to go out with a bunch of people somewhere, and then just go.
Feel really left out now.
Don't worry, Lewis.
Oh, I can't
Yeah.
wait to see what I have to happen, but first thing we should go to George, we don't really have.
One am I happy that happened? I guess like me moving to Ormiston. I say that was pretty good.
Imagine not being there the whole time, loser.
Yeah, that's because your Liverpool was poo. I'm bad.
It was. Which was like poo. None of my friends went Ridgingham. It was all like the idiots from my primary school. Ormiston is like so much better, just because like the friends.
All my friends from primary went to Wintringham, but Liam came with me to secondary, so you know.
Let's go.
And also I brought along other people. Anyway, guys, you wanna hear what I'm happy that happened?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's pretty mean.
I'm sorry. Go on, Lewis.
I'm going to say these two things and Gibbo's going to be like, oh yeah! Alright, so first thing, science fair in year 9. That was awesome. I loved that because I went with just Tyler, Oscar, and Liam basically for the whole day. And then the other thing is the 2 days where we went all around town, me, Lucas, Tyler, and Oscar. And then the next day, we went to Cleethorpes. That was awesome. Oh, I loved that.
No, like genuinely, I want to find like a bunch of people in our friend group, and I just want to like find out like if theoretically I asked them to like go out if they would, because I know Volters and that like Volters always says that he would, but then it actually comes to it and he doesn't. But like it is normally because like of a genuinely good reason.
Oh, Tyler, this is something that me and George I've been planning, and if it does happen, we will invite you. But we've been thinking instead of just doing podcasts over call, we will do some real life videos. And if you want to, you can join us.
I would pull up.
Let's go.
I
Don't get me wrong, Tyler. Nowadays, don't get me wrong. If you ask me to come out, I will genuinely come out. It's you. Like at the end of the day, it's hard to say no to you.
I would as well. Like, I used to go out, like all the time, and then Lewis, like, I mean, both of you were on it. Like the realm came. I think I was lost connections with everyone other than people on the realm. I just like stopped going out. But yeah, I'd like love to like go out more.
I had like this like little friend group, and we used to go out like a bunch, and like playing football and all that, and then like that kind of like disintegrated, and then I just stayed in. But like I've always wanted to go out. It's literally just a case of I don't know where, when, and with who.
Yeah.
The realm was like a big catalyst, like me getting you lot back. And I just want to say thank you, Ellis, for making that realm. Like, if it wasn't for you, I don't think I'd be friends with George right now. Like, at the start of that realm, I hated him with passion. Not gonna lie to you, George, I did. And then I was like, you know what, this guy's alright.
I've always loved George.
Thank you, Tyler.
Well, George has no fault in my
George, to be fair, that text you sent me, though, I was still, like,
That-
not happy about that.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough.
Funny thing is, I did nothing to you, but like, you had a good reason to get angry about it, so...
No, I might have been like a tad bit harsh there. I apologise.
Why is that getting sour? Jesus. George, do you have any questions for Tyler before I ask you the big questions?
I think you can go, Lewis. I don't really have any. Well,
Actually, before we carry on, let's ask Tyler if he has any questions for us too.
I do.
You
Go
do?
on.
Theoretically, if I was to ask you to, would you go out somewhere with me? I don't know where we're going, but we're going somewhere.
Depends where.
Yeah,
I'm getting my job back
Let's say,
soon,
like,
so I'll run.
theoretically, yeah. Like, let's say theoretically, I just like text you two saying, oh yeah, meet me at school, we're going somewhere. Like, would you like actually go to school?
Depends where. I will, but yeah. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Do you remember when me and you like arranged like 10 of us to meet up and only me and you around and we ended up spending like 2 hours with Dion?
I spent way longer than 2 hours. You went home after 2 hours.
I was scared. Do you remember I would not sit down?
How
You
come I
got
said-
simply hours.
No, I'm sorry, yeah, but like, I love the school trips. Like, genuinely, like going to the science fair was pretty funny. Like being able to like mess around in public.
Did you phone?
no. That's a science one.
You
Yeah.
still, it was amazing.
It sounded
I
perm.
hugged a teddy bear. I hugged a teddy bear. It was Lewis's favourite picture.
No, one of my favourite pictures is the one of you eating mozzarella sticks. Oh, Tyler, I love your PlayStation back screen.
I know, right? It is actually fast.
Alright, so are we ready to go to the big questions? Does anyone have any more questions for anyone?
Big, big, big.
Yeah, Gogi, do you have any questions for me?
Honestly, I don't think so. What the hell was that?
It could be anything. I will answer mostly anything.
I just want to say I didn't actually answer your question, Gibbo. Yeah, I'd have to go out. As long as I'm not my dad's, I'm happy. I don't mind.
That's a real one. That's why we're married.
Exactly.
Actually, you know what? Before I ask you these questions, you two are off to prom. Are you excited for that?
I am. Very much
What do you
excited.
think of me paying and then getting the money back?
You are?
What do you think of me paying for it and then just getting the money back? Is it
I
not
think
worth it?
you should have gone, mate.
So I was even depressed when I told him that actually happened. Like, I was like, yeah, I'm not off anymore. He was like, really? I was like, yeah, I'm not.
He was like, it's like,
No, because
you go, Gibbo?
no, you go. I don't want to interrupt.
Oh, I see. It was like last like school like big thing before college. It's gonna be fun, like mess around. It's like good. I don't know why you wouldn't go.
Yeah, that was my mindset for it. I didn't see it as, oh yeah, I'm like seeing everyone, and it's like one of those like American drama films where it's like, oh my god, guys, this is my prom. I'm never gonna see you guys again.
Guys, I want to
Well,
be a
I-
prom king and queen, okay? I've got my beautiful girlfriend with me. We're gonna be prom king and queen.
But I thought of it more like I was thinking about the science fair, like when it was like the friend group, but like outside of school. I love going outside of school with people.
My
Like,
original...
No, sorry, you.
Oh, thanks, Tyler. My original point of view on prom was like, you know what, I'll go for fun. And then my whole point of view was like, I don't see a point. And also, like, everyone I see, I'm going to see in college anyway. And also, there's an even funner event coming up soon, which is Frankfest. Like, are you guys not excited for that? Did you not hear about that during the, like, Frank interview?
Bro, they've got the real DJs. It's not a fake DJ, real 100% DJ.
No, when even is like the Frankfest?
It's like
They'll send us, like, dates for our induction days.
it's like the first day, innit?
Yeah.
No,
like, you know, it's
it-
the
no.
first day. Isn't it like the 1st of September?
Yeah, it's like the first day of like college. That's what I've been told.
I thought it's during the, like, 3 months off so we can go in and, like, it's like a week or so before we actually go.
I was gonna say if it's like really early, I won't be able to. Because
Yeah, time.
oh my god, I've got NCS coming up. I am quite excited.
That
Yeah, because you got in, mate.
No, because I was like pretty scared like going into it because like I saw it as like, okay, that's a massive holiday with my friends, sign me up. And then like it got to it and like everyone I like knew like wasn't getting in. And then I asked James and he was like, oh yeah, I got in. But like I thought he was going for the, because you get 2 dates, right? You get the 1st of July and the 24th of June. And I could do the 24th of June because prom's on the 26th.
yeah.
So I did the 1st of July. And I asked about it. And James said he was going. I'm like, oh, so that's probably the 24th. And then we spoke and he was like, no, I'm going on the 1st of July. So I've at least got him.
Liam said to me that James didn't get in.
No, James has got in.
Okay, anyway, carry on with your science fair thing from earlier. So I like.
No,
got-
I want you two to explain why you didn't accept to go on NCS.
Can I need to be back in a second. I need to sort something out. I'll be like a minute most.
Right, I'll explain to Tyler while let's do it. So, I as you know, so I got him on the Monday, told my mother about it. I was like, hey, I don't know if I want to go or not. And my mother was like, you should. And I was like, okay, I'll think about it. Tuesday comes around, I'm getting closer to wanting to say yes. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know yet. And then Wednesday, I talk to you, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna probably get to NCS. And you was like, yeah, I'm already in. I was like, oh, nice one. What date are you off on? You told me. I'll go home after you told me that it wasn't. There was no placement. I went to my mother and went, there's no placements left. So the whole reasoning was I was being patient for once.
No, I loved it. I actually, I will save that till Goggy gets that.
But yeah, while George is gone, I just want to say, how was your day?
I didn't like it.
Why?
Because it's like, do you know, like in Romeo and Juliet, yeah? Bringing some English into this, making Mr. Jackson proud, the little cheating man. I'm bringing the ChatGPT thing up tomorrow. But like, it's when Juliet says like she has been taken by Romeo, like it's the day before we break up, and it's killing me.
Oh.
Do you reckon he's gonna cut this part? This part actually just doesn't exist.
No, this part will stay. I'm going to tell him to keep it in because this is actually alright conversation. Also, I just want to say, film was alright today. It wasn't like ridiculously boring like
No, because film realistically now is just a case of like revision.
I kind of want us to go back and do like Slumdog and Skyfall. Hey, George is back. We can ask him about why he didn't want to do NCS.
Sorry about that. Video might be a bit messed up, but I apologise. I just feel like it's not something that I'd want to do. It just didn't seem like something I'd do. I don't know.
Fair enough.
I mean, fair enough. I saw it as like, because I've got a little sister and she's going to, I think it's the late at around like this year. And my mum had to like pay something stupid like 200 quid for like less nights and less days. And then like I came over to her, I was like, oh yeah, can I go on this? It's like a holiday with my friends. She was like, yeah. And it's like 4 nights, 5 days for like less than half the price. So I must admit the assembly did carry it. If I literally just got told about it, like, oh yes, go on NCS, you go places, then I wouldn't have gone. But the video really got me on it. Like I in year 4 I went on a sailing trip with the school, and I loved that. So I am hoping to experience something like that.
Fair enough. Well, I keep yawning because I'm like exhausted. But what do you guys think about tomorrow being the last day of the term?
Good.
I'm gonna miss everyone.
I'd be happy, but I miss film, so I can't talk to Silent.
I would be
And
happy,
the abandoned me
but
in silence. So.
I'd be happy, but I still have to come in for a revision, so it actually doesn't affect me. It's per.
No,
Yeah, wait.
I made the deal with my mum. I'm going to all of them except the science one. I just need science. That's all I want.
Yeah, I'm off all of them as well.
You know the like 5, like if you go to 5 deal, you get into that raffle.
No one's
Yeah, it's
winning.
not possible.
No, there's only 5 I can go to. So I'd have to go to science if I want to get in. George can probably just turn the volume down a bit. Perfect.
No, there wasn't like anything there. If I need to, I can like sort out.
Just cut me at this point.
I've got that bit.
No.
I'm
You
the
made
best.
me
I'm not the one everyone's here for.
You are, lad. You are.
Oscar's there for you, don't worry.
Yeah, Oscar's gonna pull up watching this.
Tyler, you are the main part of this podcast, okay?
I am the celebrity on here.
You are.
I have two questions for Tyler before we get on to the juicy part. George's gonna let know for these. One of them is based off the podcast at the end yesterday, which you'll get into when you watch it. And the other one is just because George will love it anyway. So the first one is, do you wear socks in bed?
Spoilers.
I do not.
Hey.
Well done.
I am one of the people that don't. No, because I feel like it's so uncomfortable, like, to sleep in bed with socks.
I wouldn't even say it's
Yeah,
uncomfortable. I could do it, but it's just bad.
You guys definitely wear slipper socks, so you know them socks with a word paddings on the bottom.
I actually have fur-lined Crocs, so.
I am actually wearing my nice slippers right now.
I thought so am I.
I must admit, I'm in like the most formal attire, but I am wearing slippers.
All I have is a shirt on. I've got my shirt, and then wearing joggers and my Crocs, and that's it.
Are we ready? Are we ready for the next question, guys?
Yes.
Tyler, what do you think of our intro song? Answer
Well,
honestly.
I'll sing it for you. Trust.
DJ
What
vibe, babe. Wah. It's so good.
Top 10 cinematic masterpieces right there.
Let's go.
Alright,
He likes
okay.
it.
But Tyler, you ready for one of the juicy questions?
I am.
So let me get the sheet up so I can read it. What is your opinion on hate against you? Because lots of people have hate against you, I don't even know why.
Guys, can I just say this video is not scripted. He doesn't actually have a sheet. He's lying. It's not scripted. Go on.
Yeah. This is just science homework, see?
Yeah, it sounds like it's got nothing on it. It's not scripted.
Well, I'm kind of just like, I'm aware that I get hate, but at the same time, like, everyone can tell I'm not very bothered about like my self-image. I just like, I go to school and I speak to people. I just get done what needs to be done. I just want to get like the best I can in my GCSEs, then boom, I'm done.
There's times. Carry on.
No, you carry on.
I was gonna say, there's times where we can tell where you get like angry, like, angry just was pissed off. But sorry for swearing. But there's like times where we can tell just get like that, and I'm like, Jesus, I don't think I really see.
No, because I think that's what people like genuinely don't understand. Like, I am a firm believer in no one can hurt you as much as you can hurt yourself. Like, I believe if like Lewis was to tell me to shut up, then I'm like, okay, yeah, that's him saying that. But if it's me telling myself to shut up, then I'm like, okay, that's my mental health. I feel like that's more damaging.
Yeah.
Wait, so you don't tell yourself to shut up normally?
What?
No, I do. I speak when it's appropriate.
I'm not gonna lie, Tyler, I don't really get sick of your voice. Carry on talking.
No, because like I feel like my idea is I want to get my point across, but I don't want it to drag on.
Like, the times where like people see you as like getting really, really angry. Like someone's like rob your tire or something like that. I understand why, but not a lot of people do. annoy you. You know I'm joking, don't you?
No, because it's just like some of the like stupidest things. Like me and Oscar, like we fight a bunch, but it's like play fighting. But it's like when it gets to like serious things, like it does get a bit stupid. But oh, sorry, you continue.
No, I'm being stupid. You correct.
No, because I used to get into a bunch of fights in primary, but like I want to say I'm past that, but then there was like the little play fights with Owen in my year 8 and that. But I just don't see the point for like that anymore.
Do you remember when you got reflections because you fought John?
No, I whipped out a pair of scissors on John.
What?
Oh wait, what was
No,
I saying?
No, because me and John are good now, so I'll speak about it. Like, I had an infected ear, yeah, and this was like back when I like Jiu-Jitsu was like a really big thing, and John would do it to me like every day. But one day he missed and just spawn smacked my ear, and it hurt, like really hurt. So I, being the absolute big brain that I am, pulled out the closest thing that I could find, and it was scissors.
That.
Oh, you didn't have to stab it.
Well, fair enough.
Did John even get trouble for that?
I'm not sure actually.
Oh no, he did. I remember because he like got put in reflections as well. Pretty sure.
No, because I can't remember what it was, but there was like some event that happened where I ended up like I was supposed to be in reflect. Yeah, it might have been the thing with John, because I got put in reflections. It was like before we broke up for Christmas, because there was like the turkey baguettes on sale, and I think he got put in reflections and I got like put in integrated, where I just got put on a laptop and that was about it.
I have like one more question, like right now, and it's like total opposite of the question I asked you before.
Yes.
But before we get on to that, I just want to say, so there was a time where I think Kieran robbed your tie and you went berserk. Like, do you remember that? It was like at lunchtime when we was inside. Do you remember like what you were shouting about?
I think so, yeah.
Are you okay since then?
I don't want to like trauma dump on anyone or like anything, but like I had a lot going on back then. Like there was quite a few things going on, and then like I'd already had a bad day, so I'm not saying what I did was justified, but I was just trying to give my reasoning.
Fair enough. Alright, before we go to the last question, well, from me, George, do you have any questions?
I don't really think so, no.
You sure you don't ask me the next question?
I feel so bad for George. I feel like I've like yapped a bunch while I was kind of just sat there.
Nah, I'm
Alright,
fine. I'm fine. I'm loving life. That is a good point though. So Tyler, right?
Yeah.
Before we go into like the deep stuff with Lewis, point 2. I need an important conversation with you. Okay. So, you know you get 2 Weetabix.
What, the minis and like the normal?
What?
The mini ones and like the normal ones.
Uh,
It don't matter. Just Weetabix. Any Weetabix.
No, because you said that. You said.
Let's just talk about normal ones for this situation.
Okay, normal Weetabix. You have 2
Yeah.
Weetabix. Would you have 1 Weetabix or 1 Weetabix?
What's the difference?
Like, would you say, oh yeah, I've got 1 Weetabix, or would you say 1 Weetabix? It's gonna be a water thing.
Say we.
Let's not tell him my answer until he's watched the video.
I would say like you'd say that you have 1 Weetabix. Because
Okay.
like the brand name itself is Weetabix,
It is.
so that like would imply like that just one is a Weetabix. Because like Kit Kats, yeah, it just says Kit Kat in front. It doesn't say Kit Kats. So that's the logic I'm going off.
That's fair enough. I can't disagree with that. Right.
Wait, so are we ready for the deep question now?
I think we're on about.
I'm ready.
I think we are. Deep question 2.0. Go on.
Actually, we need to see. Tyler, do you have any questions for us?
I'm trying to think. George,
Gibbo.
what would you say? Yeah. Like if you had to like pick, yeah. Would you rather like have stayed in the old school or like are you happy here?
I would have rather stayed here.
Why?
I don't know. It's like I feel like I didn't really fit in my old school. Most of my friends, like my main like friend group from primary, went to Ormiston. So like I did make like a good friend group in Wintringham, like a few. Maybe it just wasn't as good as like it is now.
Let's say, alright, let's say in a worst scenario, school's like a game. I feel like George got a starter pack. You already had a bunch of friends. So like,
I actually did that.
that.
That was like amazing. All my friends I have now is because Daniel and James went to my primary school, and they made like a bunch of friends here. Whilst I was in Wintringham, so I got to come here. I was like, oh, I've got friends now.
No, I think it was pretty crazy, like how massive like the friend group has got. Because like realistically, like before it was me, Oscar, and Karen, and like in primary we didn't speak to each other, but like year 7, year 8 we grew together, and then we met like Dan, and then like Volters, and then it kind of just like I don't like if you genuinely ask me like, oh yeah, how did like the beginning of the friend group start? I could not give you an answer.
Yeah.
I just know it's gone from me, Oscar, and Karen to like all of us now.
I mean, on my second day of secondary, so I was friends with Liam, obviously, because Liam's awesome. And I became friends with Kieran second day, kind of, because we sat next to each other in maths. And then Liam became friends with James. And I don't know, well, James knew George and that lot, but I feel like somehow James became friends with, like, Tyler, and then that's how, like, I got into all this. Also, at the time, I could not get friends without Liam. So I'll just say thank you, Liam, so much. And we all admit Liam Sharp, an awesome guy.
I don't know. I feel like what's different about like our friend group is like with others it's kind of like, oh yeah, I've got to get to know this person first. But with ours it's like, oh yeah, that's your friend. No, it's our friend now.
I'll be honest, right? I never really would have talked to Ben Watson if it wasn't this friend group. Like, we're not the biggest fans of each other, don't get me wrong, but like, we talk.
No, I don't mind him. He's banging.
He hates me because apparently I'm annoying, so that's fun.
Well, the more you know.
Hey guys, so as you saw the video, like, might have just like seemed to get cut off there. I just want to say, like, half the not half the podcast, but a bunch of it got cut off. We can't explain why right now because we don't fully know. But thank you for watching. Thank you to Tyler for joining. And don't forget to like subscribe and like if you want to. And go follow our Instagram in the bio. And yeah, also thanks George, obviously. And yeah, we'll hopefully be doing it again with Tyler in the future. Thank you for watching. George, do you have anything to say?
Not really, just sorry for technical issues. I don't know what happened. Thanks Tyler for coming on. You've been an amazing guest. Hopefully we'll have you back. Bye.